All right. Welcome to another episode of the Humboldt Barnacle. Another episode. All right. Welcome to another episode of the Ooh. Today we're featuring Steve LaFave, comedian from where I grew up in New Hampshire. My name's Pete Nelson. I am your host. I host a lot of these things. I host a lot of diseases. Who knew? All right, we'll try one more time. Check.
Welcome to Humboldt Comedy,
Yeah.
the only place to get it in the ass.
Yeah, the only. Everyone else is lying. They never did. So, you rolling a joint?
Oh, yeah.
You got a permit for that?
My hands are busy. I get it for you.
Yeah. What, we're a week away from the festival. We're less than a week away because today is Saturday night.
Yeah, Saturday night's going to be the best part of the
Festival
festival.
starts on Friday.
Saturday night's when it's going to get all wild, though.
Yeah.
Especially with that Stargazers.
Yeah, you think Stargazer Saturday night's going to be sick?
Oh, yeah. That's where all the dirty laughs are going to be at.
It is the nighttime show, you know. The festival, you know, there's a few dirty comedians that somehow snuck onto the clean lineups. It's so difficult to put all the schedules together, and that's just how it went. Hopefully the comedians with blue material can take it easy and read the room on some of these crowds. That would be so helpful.
Yeah. Or we just let them do it and apologize afterwards.
We're trying to do this right and do this well. It's
I mean, it's
last year was really just like difficult, and the first time we did this festival, and we had trouble getting clean comedians to be in the right spot at the right, or dirty or blue comedians to be in the right spot at the right time. So that was difficult. This year I put in a lot of effort to make the clean comedians go on early and the blue comedians go on later. And were you in the group chat? There was that one part where it's just like, when is my schedule? What lineup am I on? When do we get the schedules? Can I know how much time I'm getting? And that was back in like June, right? And I did my best to get everyone's lineups and schedules out like the second week of June, right? That's when I was doing it.
Mm-hmm.
And it was so many different people have dropped, which is expected, but it's like I didn't want to give away the schedule that early or even make it that early because people drop at the last second, and then I have to go back through and redo the schedule. And it's like you overbook festivals intentionally so that people that drop don't ruin the festival, because if you book a festival with 30 comedians on it, every time someone drops, it changes the schedule a lot more dramatically. But if you book more people on a festival, those people that drop affect the overall, all the lineups a lot less, you know?
Yeah. But also, if you had a co-producer that could help you, probably make it a lot easier instead of just not answering anyone's freaking awesome memes all the time.
I was like, I do have a co-producer. What are you talking about?
Shh. Sam hates us all. He just doesn't want to admit it.
Sam's on one of the flyers. Right. I actually didn't put Sam on a lot of shows. I needed him to be able to fill in spots to do his set, and so I gave him like one or two spots. I think I only gave him one spot, and it was like, yeah, you're gonna fill in when people drop. You're not getting any planned set time. You're filling in, and he understood that.
Good. I think it's going to be a great festival.
Well, that's undeniable.
There's a lot
Shelter Cove.
a lot more planning this year. Way more variety of comedians, that's for sure. People from all over the country, not just California.
Yeah.
We got a Canadian coming down.
Who's the Canadian?
Jeremy Dobsky, isn't he Canadian?
He did some tour. He was doing some tour dates in Canada. Huh?
I
didn't even question it.
thought when I looked at his profile, it said he was from Canada.
We're all Canadian nowadays. Look at what's happening to this country. I don't know what I mean by
I
that.
still have to pay for healthcare, so.
Those of you, I don't think anyone watching this would even know you, because I don't really have friends from back when you and I went to school together. They don't. That's not really the people who follow my comedy content. But Steve and I used to go to school together back in elementary school, even.
Yeah.
And so I've known this guy forever. So he's flying out back from the East Coast where I came from, and he's helping set up stuff. We're working together in this last week to get the festival ready and rearing. I know that we could really. We're working on the backdrop still, because the backdrop it's a little intact. It's a little together. But
we did just want to get a big picture of Sam's face and put it in the back, but it's about $1,200. So
yeah, that is expensive to do that. We could still get that printed. It just might be difficult. But yeah,
old Xerox machine, just reams of paper going across.
Yeah, with the little tear off sides to it. He's like, we have an image of Sam made with zeros and ones, printed.
That would actually work.
That would be so cool. I mean, maybe there's so much leftover printer paper from the 80s, where it's like, yeah, no one needs this printer paper anymore. You tear off the sides.
Hole, punch cards even.
Yeah. And then we could print it that way. And then it would be cheaper, too, because we're not using ink. We're just printing ones and zeros, which computers probably love to print. Printers love to print that. But, yeah, I just really want to make sure everything's as good as we can make it. It doesn't have to be perfect, but if we drag our feet in this last week of getting things together for this festival, in terms of orchestration, dynamics, and logistics,
yeah, as long as everyone gets up before 11 a.m.
Yeah,
that'll probably help.
yeah, that'll help. But I'd hate to it's okay if something doesn't go right. I mean, we don't want anything to go wrong, but it's okay so long as we put in every effort and something doesn't go right. But if we dragged our feet and something doesn't go right, and it's on us, then that's the most shameful thing. And I would just be so upset with myself and blame my team. I would blame everyone around me, tell them it was their fault.
Yeah.
These are good microphones, right?
They're not too bad.
Not too bad. But yeah, so you're going to be hosting.
Yeah, hosting the Sunday evening show. That's right. The last Rodney Norman show of the weekend.
That'd be fun.
It's going to be a good one. Rodney's a really cool guy. I've seen him perform a lot when I was living in Utah. He's fun to talk to after shows, too.
Oh, yeah. He's a peach. I'm excited to be. He's so generous with his time, that to be able to put him on shows, it's just like, oh my God, this guy is willing to work with us. No way. This is the biggest opportunity, and he's just so generous with his time that he's coming out. It's really important that we do everything right with him.
Yeah.
And I think that we are. It's. Shelter Cove is the most amazing foundation for a festival like this because it's so beautiful and it's the most unique community you've ever been to. It's so hard to get there. Everyone's so grateful to be there. There's so many, I think that any grateful person in the world can, one of those things that they can do is they can stare off in silence and contemplate and be entertained by that and fulfilled and just be like, nice. Yeah. But those people who can't do that will have a very difficult time not doing that in Shelter Cove, Shelter Cove can make even the most anxious soul sit still in peace.
Yeah, me.
Yeah, exactly.
No, Shelter Cove is it's not any other place you would ever find on Earth. I don't think. It just has one of those like you just know that you're safe and you're calm. Like nothing's gonna happen.
Yeah.
And I mean, the locals are cool. I liked everyone that we met last year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's some real sweet
They
people.
all know like every restaurant is just amazing. They're all really good at what they do.
Yeah. We have pizza coming in from Delgada's. Have you tried what kind of pizza did you try from Delgada's last year?
Last year I just tried the pepperoni, but that was just a
It was just there, yeah.
yeah, that
Which
was
is
just a
good
classic.
pepperoni,
Like
yeah.
if you can't do pepperoni right, you can't do pizza right. So you always base it off of pepperoni. People say base it off of cheese pizza, but I'm not 4 years old anymore.
Yeah. I've been trying their stuff, and my favorite that they do is their cheeseburger pizza.
Oh, nice.
Because it has all the ingredients for a cheeseburger in it, as you'd imagine, but also like
hence the name.
Yeah. But the pickles that they put in it are like they pull the whole flavor profile together, and you're just eating a cheeseburger and pizza at the same time without it being like you always hear about donut cheeseburgers where they use a donut as the bun, and then you have like a cheeseburger around that, and you're like, wow, that's a little rich, you know. But the cheeseburger pizza, it slides in just right. It's like, you know, a runner hitting home base with its like very tip of its toe. It's like, you know, it's just it's so good. And Tori's going to be serving some pizza over at the clubhouse. And I think I need to talk to Tori ahead of time. Be like, we got to have some cheeseburger pizza in there, you know? And, I'm trying to figure out, and I hope that it can work this way, but like, we're supposed to serve food during the festival shows. How much food do we need? How much is too much? How much is just enough? Should we plan to run out of food?
I think we should just go old school New England cookout and just do burgers, dogs, and some freaking coleslaw, potato salad.
Yeah.
Your uncle yelling at you. It'll be perfect.
Dude, how many times were you yelled at as a kid if you were to come up with a number?
Family or other people?
Yeah, every time someone...
So all of them, anyone, ever?
Yeah.
Ballpark, 20,000.
Yeah.
and that's before I was 10.
Yeah.
I'd say. But that's because I was also the kid that couldn't sit still, and I would just run laps in class to freaking...
Yeah, like literally.
Distract everyone.
So silly.
Back when they didn't know what ADHD was. I had the original strain of it.
They were just... Yeah, the original strain. You're Typhoid Steven. That's so funny. Man, you know, the food is like it's like an important thing that we're gonna have to consider and do. And I don't want to waste food. I don't want to buy food I don't need. So I want to make sure everyone gets just the right amount of food. And it's gonna be donation based to get the food.
Mm-hmm.
But they're still trying to do it as a fundraiser too. Like you pay for food, you get food. And then we're supposed to have beer and stuff there.
We might be doing a couple craft cocktails if everything comes in the mail on time.
Yeah. I think a lot of what we don't get for food and drinks at the shows, it'll still be available, you know.
Yeah.
And the after parties are big and fun at like the hotel or at the
campground.
At the campground or at the beaches. I hope the beaches are warm enough. I think they should be.
I heard Sam's giving out foot massages at the campground this year, so that'll be a good one.
Foot massages and barbecue.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. It'll be fun.
One has to come before the other, though.
I got, you know, the one thing that got Sam so excited was when I mentioned that I got a rental for a golf cart for the festival this year. There's going to be a golf cart. just and get people around. I know that it's a lot easy. So we don't.
Can Sam drive though? I've never seen him in a car.
Can he drive well, or can he drive?
Can he drive
he owns
at
a
all?
car. He owns
does?
a car. It's just not running. And
So he is.
huh?
It's not running, so he is.
Yeah. No, it's very helpful when Sam can get rides to stuff. But last year,
Shout out Sue Boss helping him this year. Thank you.
Dude, I can't wait. Subas is such. That's all right. So
We want to get into some of our favorites that are going to be there because
We'll
Stephen
get there
Ferris
next.
is fucking hilarious.
we'll get there next. But basically, what I was gonna say is last year's festival we had it at Mario's, thanks to Amy.
Amy's such a sweetheart. She's one of my favorite people I met out there.
Too cool, yeah.
And she's originally from Massachusetts.
I didn't know that. How
Yeah.
did I not know that? Maybe she's told me that before, and I was just always drinking those Earl Grey.
That's why she could put up with us too.
Greyhounds. Yeah. No, that makes sense. But yeah, Amy helped put it all together. So we had it at Mario's while she was running it. And then we had Mimo Chima. We had the art gallery over next to Delgada's. We had a spot at the campground. And we had spots at Jippo. And then this year, now it's all... Oh, and we did Surf Point Coffee Company.
Yeah,
Now
that was a really good show. Everyone was talking about that one last year.
Dude, yeah. And so we moved that show, the all-girls show at Surf Point. That's going to be over at the clubhouse again. So this year, the stages are completely different because we didn't even do the clubhouse last year. But we're doing the clubhouse indoors and outdoors. So we have an outdoor stage and an indoor stage at the clubhouse. It's a really cute spot. And we have a parking lot dedicated to the festival. So that's going to be super important to do that. And then there's a pickleball court right over there.
Yeah, the pickleball stage.
And then, so we're just going to be doing the clubhouse indoors and outdoors, and then we're going to do Surf Point Coffee Company. And those are the 3 stages that we're performing on. So that makes things a lot easier. And then the Surf Point shows are just early afternoon shows, and then we're just completely over at the clubhouse. So if you're over whatever set you're looking at outside, you can go inside then outside. And everyone's just right there at the same spot. And it's cute and it's fun.
And if you don't like any of the sets, rent a golf cart, go drive around, check out the beaches.
And so that's what I was going to say is the golf cart is helpful. It would have been more helpful last year because I remember we made Sam walk the entire length of Shelter Cove to get back to the hotel room one night. He's like, hey, is it far to go back to the hotel? I was like, I could walk it. You could walk it. And he's like, okay. And it's actually literally over a mile.
It's because you didn't take into consideration that he smokes 10 packs a day.
Yeah.
When he can afford it.
Yeah. You mean, no, then he would just never smoke. But, it's still nice to have the golf cart, though. And I hope that we have that the golf cart gets used for fun stuff, so maybe getting to and from hotel rooms, or if someone's getting to and from their Airbnb or needs to, it's nicer to have the golf cart. And then also let's say it gets busy, you want to blow off some steam, you're just going to take the golf cart out for a nice little ride.
And I mean, even if you have a bicycle, an e-bike, bring that down.
They have those for rent too.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, but the golf carts are pretty cheap. I think it's like $50 you can rent the golf cart for a day.
Yeah.
And then that's like a 4-hour rental, but I rented this golf cart for all 3 days, all day, and that was like $250. Nice. And so just boom. I was going to ask them to donate it, just to the festival. I'm going to next year instead, but I want to support them this year. And, because Shelter Cove, it's like we're visiting a friend's house. You don't go and break all their toys and leave, or go and eat all their food and leave. We want to go to...
Your brother broke all my toys.
Yeah. Oh, I believe it. Yeah, he would do that.
We know each other way too long.
Yeah, that's for sure. But the golf cart's going to be fun to be able to get around. And I just hope everything comes all together perfectly. I think it already has. We have a lot of comedians that have joined the festival and a lot of comedians who have dropped the festival. I guess it's not a lot of comedians that have dropped the festival if you've produced a festival before. And I think I said it earlier, you overbook a festival by a lot in order to make sure that you have your spots filled. And I definitely counted on that this year and last year. I think last year we booked 70 comedians and we had like 50 come. And then this year we booked 100 and we're having like 70 coming. And that's like dead on just what we wanted. We had some comedians that took way too long to apply. Please don't do that next year, but they take way too long to apply.
Sam Mallet.
And then we fill it in. We should make them apply and just tell them, sorry, you're not good
So
enough.
yeah, we watched your tape.
It sucked. Make him watch his own tape and grade it back.
There was one part that I did like, and it was the terminally ill clown. Other than that, horrible comedian.
You liked his tape when it ended?
Yeah.
That was your favorite part, is that it was over at one point?
I like the part where he sneezed and there's a big snot he didn't notice too.
God damn, we're just going to bash him this whole time. Huh? But there's, so the Stargazer show, that's going to be lit, and I really hope. So, like, tonight we saw the sunset over on the beach in Eureka, and what time did the sun set exactly? That was like, I think the Stargazer show, that's going to be right when the stars start coming out. And that was the point, is just for that nighttime show to be a nighttime show that things work out nicely with. In terms of just the winding down of the evening, but the town shuts down at 10, you know? All the alcohol, 10 o'clock. All the food, 10 o'clock, it's done. And so, and then we're trying to have our shows end at 10, too, at the clubhouse. They asked us specifically, they're like, all right, like, everyone can be milling around and stuff, but the shows need to end at 10, and then we start wrapping everything up for the night. And that's how they want it to work. And so people are going to need to be prepared with enough like food and drink and water and whatever else that they're going to need from the stores at 10, like by 10, in order to have a fun time in the after times. Because there's going to be a beach bonfire, probably. They do one most nights at the beach. And then people are going to want to have beers at the beach bonfire. So I don't want to have to like buy a bunch of beers and like sell them to people. I don't want to do that. I just hope that people buy their beers ahead of time and support local businesses in Shelter Cove when they come out. You know, we want to buy stuff in Shelter Cove and have this festival be a very fun thing that continues into the future. And they really like us right now because we're a huge group of people coming out to this tiny town. And there's a lot of people in town that are telling me that they're coming to this festival. It's an exciting thing, and they don't get a lot of other they do a lot of cool stuff. They have a 4th of July festival. They have a parade. I think they have, they do 5K races. They do all the holidays. They have different adventure groups that come out. It's like people come and visit the town, and then there's the people that live in the town too. So they have like a fish festival. They have all the fisher people out there. And
I was like, I ain't going if it's that type of fish.
Oh.
I got scared for a second.
Yeah.
Bunch of dirty hippies.
They said that they were going to get the local fish too for our food bar. So
nice.
There's so many different moving parts to this festival though, and I'm excited for it. I gave myself one spot to perform on. We'll see how that goes. And it's last year we had a few different comedians that have been to a bunch of festivals go, Shelter Cove Comedy Festival is the best festival that I've been to. And I think that unless it's like pouring rain out the whole time and lightning, it's going to be up there as one of the best festivals that people have gone to, just because Shelter Cove alone is such a beautiful community, a beautiful spot. There's so many different parklets to visit. There's the sea lions, the seals, the birds. There's such good bird watching, broad spanning cliff sides to both sides of Shelter Cove, tide pooling, tons of sand to stick your toes in. It's unbeatable. It's the whole reason we put the festival there to begin with. And I'm excited for it in that way. And I just hope that every year it just gets even better with like who we get to come out and hopefully I want to add more shows and venues again, back like we did last year, and have that be like needed, because the whole town is just packed with these comedians, because this is just because people understand what Shelter Cove is. Like, I know how amazing it is. You were there last year, and I think that we would have 300 people at this festival, 300 comedians coming out to it, and all these places packed, because or if I was better at communicating how unique and special Shelter Cove is to the comedy communities that we're in and involved in, it's just a matter of people knowing how cool it is. That would get like 300 comedians to come to this festival, you know? But,
And it's just great for networking.
yeah.
You meet tons of people from different areas, and everyone's going to be open to most things because you're in the most relaxing place ever. So
Yeah. What states do we have represented? We got Rhode Island, New Hampshire, Utah,
I think Utah,
Tennessee,
Tennessee. That's
Washington,
cool. Coming out on a motorcycle all the way
Oregon,
from Tennessee.
Mighty Mouse, Oregon, California, Arizona, Texas. There's so many more. I'm not just, Florida, Georgia, Illinois, Ohio. I think we have a New York comedian. And then like a lot of these states, we do have like groups of people that are coming out. And so like when I say one state, that's like counting for 6 comedians. I don't think anyone else is coming from Tennessee, but there's so many comedians. We got heavy representation from the Chico community, Chico, California. Those guys are close,
Yeah,
and
and
love
they're
it.
all funny too.
Oh man, they're coming to show force. You know, they're like an established, talented comedy community. They're so tight knit. They're good to each other. I love Chico. I love the Chico scene because there's a bunch of them coming out that are friends with each other, and they don't have infighting problems. I mean, I'm sure they do, but they're all coming out and being good to each other and working together as a team, you know? Mm-hmm. And that's where Johnny Cat's coming from, the guy who did Mic Stand.
Yeah, Mic Stand is brilliant, especially after I saw the side from that you were on, using it to be able to set up everything.
Wasn't it? Yeah.
It's ridiculously easy.
Yeah. I'm so happy for Johnny Cat for putting that together.
Yeah, I hope he gets it out to more people. Like that would make any festival so much easier.
Yeah. So like I remember too, like so he had the base of it down, and then I had to put this festival together on it and just make as many mistakes as I could, or find any shortcomings that it had as many times in a row as possible, to then give the feedback to Johnny Cat and be like, all right, do this, do that, do this, and then bam, it made more sense all of a sudden. And all these different features came up. So what you saw me using, that was after him and I were working together a lot on Mic Stand. And it's a valuable tool for comedians to use. I remember though, there's another, so like Mic Stand is a platform that you put together lineups on for multiple shows, and you can organize, like there's 2 different, because British John has a comedy app too. I think it's to network with local comedians and put your tour together and connect with comedy communities on your tour to add more shows to your tour and organize your tour. And then, and I could be wrong, and I'm sure British John, if he watches this, he'll be able to correct me. So sorry if I messed that up. I could look at it on my phone right now. But then Mic Stand is like a way to have like shows be put together and events advertised and SEO optimized, which is their search engine optimization for your shows and for your performer profile. And they're 2 very valuable tools that that you can use as a comedian. But like Johnny Cat's Mic Stand one is like pretty much out of nowhere. You know, this is the first big use of it, and learning how to use it is easy. Remembering to use it is like, you gotta, like, when you know to use it, then it's a really good program. And you're like, okay, cool, here. And then you can forward a link to everyone that you want to go to the show. You can put the link to your show on your flyer. Just be like, just check it out on Mic Stand. You can see all the comedians, all their bios, and when they're on, and what to expect out of the show when you have a show. So it's this brilliant application. But it's just like when we all went to Facebook from MySpace,
that's when it went downhill, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
Yeah, for one.
We need to bring back MySpace.
I think the top 8 was also when it went downhill on MySpace. But you have to remember, like, people didn't just immediately join Facebook. Someone had to tell you, oh, I like Facebook, join it. And then people joined Facebook. And then it was terrible and ruined our lives. But the mic stand, you have to remember to tell people how awesome it is and listen for when they're describing a situation it solves, and be like, oh, you know what you need? You need mic stand. Because, like, right now we know it's awesome and it works well. And it's just like, you need to be, like, aware enough to be able to pass on the news that there's a product that takes care of these problems. And it's not a product because it's free, right? And he's not trying to get people's info. It's just like a really cool idea he had. And if you've met Johnny Cat, sweetest guy. Do you know Johnny Cat? Did you meet him No, you didn't get to meet him last year? Johnny Cat is the most loyal friend you could ever ask for. And he's supportive and takes action when he knows what's going on with different things. Like, he's got ethics to him. Whenever I've talked to him about stuff that's either right or wrong in comedy communities, he listens, and he cares. And that's the guy who's putting together the mic stand thing. I've known him for years, and he's a super funny comedian. He looks like Jeffrey Dahmer sometimes. In fact, he keeps giving me this other headshot to use for when I put him on shows, and then I keep using this other one with that looks like Jeffrey Dahmer every time I have the opportunity, because I just think it's funny. But it's great. Mic stand's the coolest thing, the coolest way to organize some shows. British John also has, and it's a really simple name too, and we'll have to, hopefully I can get British John in here and do an interview with him about his comedy thing too. Comedy program that you can use to organize your shows on as well, because it's very useful, and they're two completely different programs. That's why I'm going on about it, making sure to identify both of them. And while you're at it, these are comedians that are creating products for comedians, so it's like, book them to perform. They're funny people that are good to work with too, and they're putting in the extra effort, so maybe if they were bad comedians, I wouldn't tell you to book them, but they're good comedians and they're doing these things. So it's like, I got to book these people more. There's so many people from out of town. I can't book people from so far away for some of my shows that don't pay a lot. It's just like, I would love to book these people more often than this one festival. I need to get my breath, Steve. Talk about anything, for the love of God.
I'm just trying to be polite. You talk all the fucking time anyway.
I talk.
No, the festival is going to be good. Like we were talking about earlier, a couple of the comics that are really funny that are coming. I like Stephen Ferris. I don't even know if you got to see him perform last year, but he freaking kills. He's got such a good delivery. And he can engage. He gets them engaged pretty quick, the crowd.
No, I agree. I remember last year, because I thought that I was the only, I know people like Stephen Ferris, but I remember he came out and I saw his video, and he came out to the festival and I got to see his set, and I was not familiar with Stephen Ferris, and I just as a virgin to his humor, I saw his stuff, and I felt compelled to go up to him and be like, "Oh my God, I get it. I see what you're doing. I like your comedy. That's so good. Are you kidding me? That's the funniest shit I've ever seen. I love it. Good job. I'm your fan, And since then, everyone else has also been like, "Wow, this Stephen Ferris is so funny. I love this guy." I've had, a couple people don't like him too because of his style, and it's so funny. Because it's like he's I could see where some people might not like his stuff, you know? Like I could see where people be like, "This drives me crazy. Stop doing that. I hate this," you know? And then, you know, but like for me, I was just like, this definitely scratches my itch for that area of comedy. He's just like, he's so funny. Sometimes they say that like some comedians are like a comedian's favorite comedian, you know, and then other people are people's favorite comedian. I don't know. Would you say he's a comedian's favorite comedian?
I think I'd say he's just about everyone's, but definitely for other comedians, like he has such a dry delivery that is just impressive to watch how he does it, and like he can take the time to pause just right. He doesn't get afraid of the silence like a lot of comedians do, where you're just trying to fill the time. You're like, oh no, there's silence. He'll sit in it for a second, let it like ruminate, and
it won't be a waste.
Yeah, and that's such a hard thing to do. You see it and you're like, oh, that's simple. You just not talking. It's like, yeah, try to sit in silence when you're a person that judges yourself all the time about everything, because that's what every comedian does. We just think that we're all the worst.
All right, I pulled up. So yeah, Steven's back. Stephen Ferris. You can follow him at What Do You Guys Want to Do as his tag, and that's his fun. I can't wait. I have him headlining one of the shows this year. British John's comedy application that he informed us about is called Comedy Connect. It's aimed at working comedians who book their own gigs. It solves the problem that every comic knows and should know. You're supposed to stay on top of your contacts, follow up at the right time, and turn one booking into three. And it lives in but it all lives in a Gmail thread from 6 months ago. And you'll definitely know. I'm reading it wrong. Basically, it helps you reach out to bookers at the right time and put your tour together. So yeah, I was right. It helps you put your tour together, and you can visit comedyconnect.live, Live, in order to find British John's application that helps you put together tours. So one of them helps you put together shows. The other one helps you put together tours. I really hope that, like, can't they just put both of their products into one immaculate product? I should just buy the rights to both their things and make them do it all together. Just call it Comedy Fuck. Comedy.fuck. Can you get a .fuck? I bet you those are all taken, you know?
It's all German sites.
Yeah. Man.
What about other comedians? Who else are you looking forward to seeing?
So we got Mary Jane, Dr. Holly. We got, I know it. Come on, brain. Push it out. Alex Slim. They're all coming from super far away. And so this is their big California vacation, you know? I think they're all coming from super far away. But yeah, they're coming out to check out the scene, be part of the West Coast stuff, and enjoy the luxurious atmosphere that Shelter Cove provides. No, but they're like so good, and honestly, their type of comedy and others, you don't see them in this area that often, and so I can't wait to get people like them and more out to add the variety that we don't have, because like one of the funniest jokes that I always like to talk about is just like, hey, check it out, it's a comedy show. Are you trying to go and see 5 white dudes perform comedy tonight? Well, you won't believe what we have in store for you. 5 white dudes, you know? There's and so it's just
a special guest, another white dude.
Yeah. And but there's this other comedy show I saw in town here, and all it was 5 white chicks, and I'm just like, that's not variety either, you know. And it's just I'm glad that we have so many different types of comedy, like Stephen Ferris, like like Sam, like Mary Jane, Dr. Holly, like
Will Bell.
Will Bell.
He'll get you laughing.
He's funny.
Yeah.
A lot of his new stuff has been. I've been like, wow, I can't write stuff that good. Like, and I think he started way after I started. But not Will Bell. There was this other guy, and I won't use his name because he's been trying so hard. He's been doing so. I did this one show down south, and he came up to me after I did my set, and he's just like, how did you do it? And I had like, it was a decent set. It was like pretty well rehearsed. I've been performing a lot. He's like, how'd you do it? And I was like, how'd I do what? And he's just like, how long have you been performing comedy? I'm just like, oh, like over 10 years. And he's like, oh my God. I was about to give up comedy entirely. And I was just like, wow, that's kind of a compliment, you know? I guess my set went well. But that
Did you watch him perform and then tell him, yes, give up?
Yeah, I should have. I always gave that guy so much shit from a distance. He didn't know, like, he doesn't know I'm even aware of him or that I make fun of him from a distance at all. But dude's gone to Texas. He's booked himself to do like 45-minute sets. Just like, oh, I can do 45 minutes. I'm headlining, you know. But it was in his like first year, end of his first or second year doing comedy. He's like, no, don't do that. What are you doing? No, I mean, like, of course, believe you can, but don't convince a pizzeria to let you do 45 minutes, like, for no reason. Like, are you ready for that? I don't know. Like, no one does that. Like, you really just, in your first year or two, you can be good enough to do 45, I guess, but, like, you really just want to have an excellent 20 in those first 2 years. Just have your 20 be insane.
I want a tight 10 that I'm not mumbling at.
Yeah, exactly. And I believe in this guy's potential, which again, I'm not using his name, but like, dude moved to Texas,
Sam.
doing 45-minute. He went to like Austin, to the Austin scene, to be able to do the Austin scene stuff. Like,
oh, I'm sorry for that.
And he's just like head first into comedy as hard as he can. And because of that, I just like to make fun of him. He does great. He's probably better at comedy than I am. If we were to, like, we should pull up one of his sets and check it out.
Blur his face out.
Yeah.
Change his voice.
Change his voice. Yeah. But it was just funny because he just wanted it so bad. And sometimes you want stuff really, really, really bad, and then people can make fun of you because it's almost like a vulnerability.
Yeah, and then you want it so bad, and then you get it, and then you can laugh at all of them.
Yeah. I should book him. I'm gonna call him up and be like, "Hey, I've been making fun of you for so long, and I'm just gonna book you because I feel guilty." And then he would actually. So he the reason I talk shit on him is because I know he would be sensitive, and he is sensitive and stuff like that. And so it's just like I'd feel so bad saying, you know, stuff that would make him feel hurt because I'm never trying to hurt him, you know. It's just fun, like, you know, when someone like does get hurt and then you're like, if you didn't get hurt, I wouldn't make fun of you, but now that I know you're sensitive to that, I have to make fun of you. You know, like, I don't know what that dynamic is. Dr. Holly could probably explain. She's a therapist, a psychologist, she can read your mind, one of those fields. But, oh my God, you know, we're totally probably forgetting so many other comedians that are coming to the festival that probably deserve so much airtime, but...
Germ Leather, he's good.
Yeah, we all know he's good. I guess if the whole nation could know he's good, you know, if everyone who watches comedy and knows comedy could know he's good.
Like, we talked to him a couple days ago. We might be lucky enough to get the greatest comedian in California there.
Yeah.
Markles is the comedian's comedian.
Yeah. He needs a ride, he said. Markles says that if I want to book him on a show, I have to pick him up and bring him to the show. And if I can't do that, then don't ask him to do a show.
That's pretty reasonable.
Yeah. It's just... I don't know. I like to be able to go to a show by myself, hang out as long as I want, and then leave when I want. And that's difficult when you drive people. And, you know, I don't know. Have you ever heard of, like, the whole, like, booking people so they drive you to gigs? I've, like, encouraged you to do that, right? Like, get people from the Rhode Island comedy scene
to drive you
to
out
drive
here.
you to the festival. You know, I think maybe was it?
Well, that's how you get gigs, is if you're the guy with the car.
Yeah,
Like sometimes that's all you need.
yeah. No, that's so true. That's like a Kurt Ryan.
That's how Pete got most of his.
Dude, yeah. No, I got to so many gigs. I started doing comedy on the road before I was funny enough to like ask for those spots, and then like it's oh man, it messes with you because you'll bomb on the road and you're like you know, sometimes I remember I drove super far a few times and I bombed, and then I was like, oh, I don't care, you know. And then like later on it's like, why didn't I care? I spent like $200 $400 getting to that gig and back, you know, gas, hotel, all the other stuff. And then it's like, and I bombed, and I'm just like, oh man, that sucked. And it's like, that when those nights that I bombed and I'd done that, I'm just like, oh, I don't care, it's fine. I'm just out here trying to do comedy. I'm having fun. I just want to do comedy. Sorry, I'm just trying to do comedy. And I think that's interesting because it's like, yeah, I do want to do well. I do want to not bomb. So what gives, you know? Like, should I feel bad, or should I listen? I was just already on stage bombing and feeling like shit long enough that I bombed. I'm going to give myself the peace of having a good time after I'm done bombing, cuz that sucked, you know? Maybe I should do that. Yeah, you can spark it up. Go ahead.
I'm looking for a lighter. I left mine in the car, and I didn't want to take off.
There's no lighters in here. But you know, we've probably done how much time? We don't have to do this forever. We're just talking. What do you think? Are we forgetting anything about the festival? We could wrap it up and just be like, hey, you know, this festival's gonna be sick. Don't forget to message the group chat. Don't forget to check your schedules. Don't forget to the schedules will change.
Don't forget to pick up any hard liquor you want, because they don't sell it in the Cove.
Yeah, yeah. And then like if you do come prepared with stuff like that, you could probably turn a profit. I mean, not specifically because it's illegal to redistribute hard liquor without a license, but if you brought sandwiches of the correct type, if you're good at cooking something, or something of a variety of that.
Make sure you bring all your merch.
Yeah, bring your merch. And then I think there's ATMs in town, right? Is there an ATM?
Yeah, I think there's one in the
town?
campground, yeah.
And there is an electrical car charge port in town. That
There's
you can.
one,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
gotta fight for it.
And they actually do have another one. If you look out while you're walking around, some of the houses have them. You can go and plug them in real quick while those people are gone at work or whatever. You know, just get some free charge going on. But oh yeah, so like we were out at the beach tonight. It got pretty cold. You want to bring 2 hoodies for the very night time, and you want to bring shorts and a sun hat for the daytime. It's worth it to bring a towel and a swimsuit, a bucket and a shovel, like a little pail. You could bring a gold metal detector, you know, do some metal detecting.
Bring a basketball, bring
Basketball,
pickleball stuff.
binoculars, a camera.
A kitchen sink, 4 pounds of pastrami.
You know, Ricky Dean is going to be probably bringing some camera stuff, and he does immaculate headshots. And I'm sure he's going to get some good headshots in for different comedians and stuff while we're there. And he's going to get there's going to be such a good set of photos. This guy's got the eye for photography, and so that will be an exciting, cool, good, fun thing for him to do. That I will be very respectful and be like, hey man, you know, you got some headshots for people. You got some good photos of the festival. I think he films too. And then Ashley Blom took over the organizing of the penthouse at the Inn of the Lost Coast, And so that was really cool of her, and I think she's filming too, but she's been really helpful and stuff. But again, circling back to Amy, who helped us put this whole thing together, we wouldn't even done last year's one without her, and she was a huge help for this year's one. Super excited that she was able to provide the amount of support that she did for this festival. And hopefully next year we can have her help too. And I can't wait to see what this year brings us, what we can do and what we can learn. And, I can't wait to spend some time around Rodney Norman, because that guy's definitely helped me improve my set a lot.
And anytime anyone wants to smoke a joint, just come up to me. I'll have pockets full. That's my only plan for the festival.
You heard the man. That's all you want to say? You want to wrap it up? Hey, until next time, my name's Pete Nelson.
I'm Steve LaFave.
And we'll see you guys at the Shelter Cove Comedy Festival this August 7th, 8th, and 9th. Tickets still available. Come see headliner Rodney Norman all 3 days. Until then, you can think about how you didn't manage to make it to the most wonderful time any of us have had and feel bad about it. We'll see you then. I'm kidding. Oh, I'm kidding.
God, I gotta take a piss.
Yeah.
That's why I couldn't talk.